Welcome back to Loaf Talk Show in Albuquerque. I welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your support. You know, every time I do a video, I love sharing my videos with you. I really do. It makes like a connection with you. And I love it. I love it. But anyway, what I got for you today, I got a recipe you won't believe. And actually, this is the first time I tried it. And it came out delicious. Really delicious. You may have already tried it. I don't know. But it's going to be good. So what? Guess what? Let's get to it. Okay, this is what we got. We got our hamburger meat ready. We got our chili, green chili. We have ground black pepper, garlic salt, an egg, crackers, tomato sauce, and garlic. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the mixture. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and add our egg. We'll crack up this baby real quick. Pour it in there. Right. Then we're going to add our crackers. Now a lot of people will use breadcrumbs, but I like to use crackers because it's already got the sea salt in there. So I'm going to get like maybe 6 crackers, okay? You can put more, it's up to you. I'm going to crush this little baby up and crush it as much as I can. Like I said, people sometimes use breadcrumbs, but I like to put the salty crackers because it does have sea salt and you don't have to add salt. And cut the big pieces because you don't want to cut your meatloaf and you got big pieces of crackers in there. But it does it. So we got our egg, our crackers. Now, I chopped up the green chili. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it in there. Now you can put as much as green chili as you want. But this is not going to be a big meatloaf, so I'm going to put about half of my fresh green chili. Okay, so we got that. Now we got tomato sauce. We'll pour that in there. And maybe we'll use a half a can of tomato sauce. Then, what we're going to do is get this minced garlic. And we're going to put a teaspoon. Because when you eat green chili, you always got to put garlic. There's something about stomach aches or something, but it helps. Okay, so we got our egg, our green chili, tomato sauce, and garlic. Minced garlic. Now we're going to add garlic salt. Now this garlic salt has sea salt, so this is good. I cook everything with this. I love this stuff. Okay, so we're just going to put this in there. Okay, I would say about a half a teaspoon maybe. Grind our pepper. Now I did forget one more ingredient. Let me get that. I apologize about that, but I did forget the fresh green onions. Now, I use fresh green onions because it has a better flavor than the yellow onions. So you could add whatever onions you like, but I prefer the green onions. So we're going to add the green onions. They're already sliced and cleaned. We'll put all those in there. Alright, so we got the green onions. So now what you're going to do is you're going to mix everything up real good. And we'll mix that real good, and it already smells good without even cooking it. I can smell that green chili in there. Now a lot of people, they add all kinds of things in their meatloaf, but I like to make meatloaf with green chili sometimes, just give it the little spice taste. I'm sorry, but I'm a spice girl. I love chili. What do you expect? I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Everybody loves green and red chili. So, who knows? Maybe you can even add, instead of adding tomato sauce, maybe you could even add red chili. Who knows? Okay, so it's mixing up really good. And don't worry, I did wash my hands. Very good. So it's already thick. Oops. It's already sticking together. Pretty good. You mix it up real good. That would be a good idea. Adding red chili instead of tomato sauce. Huh? I might try that. Like I said, I'm a chili girl. Or chili woman. Okay, it's already coming together. Ah, there's a little cracker that's kind of big. I don't want to taste a lot of crackers, so it looks real good. Okay, wow. Coming out really nice. And then fresh green onions give it a good smell, and I love green onions. I even fry potatoes with green onions. I don't know, green onions just give it a good taste. Yellow onion just a bland. Now a lot of people add milk. I don't know, I've seen some that add milk, and I don't really like milk in my meatloaf. But hey, everybody has their own, right? Okay, now, it's pretty good. Now, since we're going to cook this in the crock-pot, and this is a good idea because a lot of people don't like to use their oven in the summer, so this will be a great idea to cook a meatloaf in a crock-pot. And that way your house don't heat up and you don't use the air conditioner 1,000 times more. So, I got an aluminum pan, and this pan is about 9.5 long, about 7 inches wide, and about 3 inches deep. And I made holes in there so that way the fat will just drain. Now you're probably saying, yeah, but if you drain all the fat, it's going to be dry. But you'll be surprised. It will be very moist and very delicious. Okay, so now there's our meatloaf. Put this baby in here and kind of, I got green onion. Okay, we're going to kind of like shape it, I guess you can say. You can see that green chili in there. Okay, so I'm gonna put it all the way like that. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit more pepper right on top. And what we're going to do is pour a little bit of tomato sauce right in the middle. Okay. We're going to spread it out a little bit. Because we'll probably add some more when it's done, when it's almost done. Okay, and then there's your meatloaf. I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. Okay, so now we're ready to put it in the crock pot. So, let's go and do that. Okay, so we're going to put our pan in here. And if you can see, that pan fits very good, perfectly. Now, I do have a meatloaf pan, but it's too small. So I want most of that fat to drain because I don't like my food too greasy. Because when you put it in the pan in the oven, it gets pretty greasy. So this is what I like. So, now we're ready to cook this baby up. You plug it in. And make sure you bend these a little bit because you want to make sure that that top, oh, I messed up. Now hold on. Okay, you want to make sure the top's going to fit. I think I messed up somewhere. Okay, so we got our pan in there. We're going to close it up. Now, it all depends how fast you want this cooked. But the thing is, you can put it in low. It'll probably take about maybe 3 hours. But I'm going to put mine on low because I like my meatloaf cooked slow. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on low. Okay, so, actually I'm going to go ahead and put it on high. This way when it's almost done, then you can put it on low. So, let's go ahead and let it cook, and we'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 4.5 hours. I know that it takes an hour and a half in the oven, but I cooked it in the crock pot. I cleaned house, washed clothes, did all my chores, even took care of my chickens and my dogs. So it took about 4.5 hours in the crock pot. So it's all done. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to let it drip for a little bit. And I'm going to put it right there. Let me get a spatula. And I'll show you how it comes out. Alright, now I got a spatula, so I'm going to take it out. Pretty good together. And there we go. Alright, and no fat, maybe just a little bit, but that's good because it's going to be moist. Now let me show you the crock pot and see how much fat we have there. And if some ladies and gentlemen, if you go on a diet and you want to stay away from the fat, you can just throw this away too. And you want to stay away from the fat. Wait a minute. Let me just get my camera and I'll show you. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Alright, and there's all the grease. That's a lot of grease. And if you bake it in a pan in your oven, that's how much grease you're going to have. I don't know. It all depends on what kind of pan you have in your oven too. But I like to cook in my crock pot. And you don't use a lot of gas or a lot of electric. So that's all the grease. You can see. Anyway, you don't want all that in your body. Not good. Okay, so I'm going to cut it up. And see, it's still, you can feel a little moist. It's really moist. And it's fully cooked, because I end up cooking it slow, because I didn't want to burn it. So I thought, nah, I'm not in a hurry to eat dinner, so there you go. Chili loaf in a crock pot. Thank you very much for watching my video. I appreciate it. Hey, you know what? I enjoy the time with you. Thank you so much. And I hope you try this recipe. You may not like green chili. I'm sorry. I love green chili. You know what? What do you expect? I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm a chili girl. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you put thumbs up. And please subscribe. And don't forget to love yourself. Bye-bye. See you the next time.